Whether you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed due to having way too much on that to-do list, or you're just feeling a lot right now, chances are you're not alone. And in this video, I want to cover 3 astrological events that may be contributing to your overwhelm. Hi, I'm Stacey Forster, astrologer and mentor. And on this channel, we talk about all the inner work that leads to greater impact. So this video was inspired by Sophie over at Malama Life, whose video entitled Feeling Overwhelmed and Stress. This is what I'm doing about it. So let's get into it. First astrological event that might be contributing to your overwhelm and stress right now is eclipse season. So we've been in eclipse season since April. And this is time of major change, major challenges as well. And these eclipses are happening in 2 fixed signs, Scorpio and Taurus. And when change happens in fixed signs, it's 10 times more intense, because in these signs we tend not to want to let go. And for most of the eclipse season, you're being asked to let go. And sometimes the universe just comes and takes things away from you, so you may not even have a choice. But your feeling of having to go through unexpected change while still having your regular everyday life to respond to is a lot. So do know that it's not just you. Eclipse season is definitely a contributor to your overwhelm and stress. The second planetary event that is contributing to your stress and overwhelm right now is Mercury Retrograde. And when you think about it, Mercury Retrograde does offer us an opportunity to slow down. So it can combat the stress and overwhelm that you're feeling right now, but only if you go with it, only if you're able to align with that experience of slowing down and going within. And just as a reminder, when Mercury goes retrograde, it's just a period where we're being asked to, instead of receiving new information, taking new things, starting new things, we're instead being asked to deal with what's already on our plate. So it's a great time to review, revise, and just spend more time in that space of analysis. So I like to think of when Mercury is direct, you're spending about 80% doing things, being out, connecting, communicating, all the mercurial stuff, you're doing it 80% of the time. And 20% of the time, you're really doing the analysis part and the transmission of information. But when Mercury goes retrograde, it's flipped. You want to spend 80% of your time in analysis, in revision, in that quiet space of really catching up with yourself, catching up with your thoughts, catching up with your projects. This is a perfect for Mercury retrograde. So it depends. Mercury retrograde definitely can be impacting your stress levels right now. But if you align with that sense of slowing down and going within, you'll be much better off. And now, finally, the third astrological event that might be contributing to your feelings of overwhelm and stress right now is the entrance of Jupiter into Aries. Jupiter just went into Aries on May 10th. And when you think of that transition point between Pisces, which that's where Jupiter was traveling through before, and now Aries, it's dramatically different energy. So when you think about Jupiter's transit through Pisces, there was a lot of clearing of spiritual gunk. There was a lot of reckoning with how we feel, how we treat each other, a lot of empathy, a lot of compassion that we had to really feel on behalf of the collective. And a lot of information also flowing in through your meditative space or through your spiritual practices. That was the Jupiter and Pisces energy. And when Jupiter moved into Aries, it's a whole new ball game. We're talking Jupiter wants to be out there in the world taking action. And Jupiter is that planet of abundance. It's a planet of more, bigger, greater things. It's also the planet of luck and abundance. So it portends great things. But now we're being asked to step out more into the world. There's no more being in our quiet, meditative space, but it's taking what we've learned during that time when Jupiter was in Pisces and implementing and taking it out in the world. And that's contributing to overwhelm because we just shifted. We're trying to get used to this new energy. We're like a baby that was just birthed, and it's a whole new life when you are moving from a gestational period of just feeling super content in your own little world, and then having to just move out into this bigger world. I kind of think of this shift as, that time you spend, if you're an author, like writing a book, you're in this contemplative space, you're connecting with your muse, and you're just letting your creativity flow, right? Jupiter and Pisces just brought a lot of creative energy to the fore. And now the book is done, and it's time for you to promote that book. It's a different energy from Jupiter and Pisces. Jupiter and Aries, you're out, you're sharing, you are presenting your creation to the world. And so it's a lot. It's a lot to get used to. So do take your time. Jupiter will spend a little bit in Aries, and then it'll dip back. Later in the year, it'll dip back into Pisces. So we have time to get used to this energy. So don't rush. Don't think you have to get out there right now, but start preparing yourself. Start feeling out this vibe of Jupiter and Aries, and you're gonna feel so much better. So there it is. 3 astrological events that might be contributing to your overwhelm. If you are someone currently feeling stressed and overwhelmed due to a career decision about whether to quit your job or long-term career, I got a special offer just for you. I have a free life review session now available, and in it we have a chance to connect with what is unfolding for you cyclically and how to kind of think through a process for, it's not just this decision about leaving, but how does this decision about leaving will impact other areas of my life. So we look very holistically and take a very much a seasonal approach to the timing of when it's best to make some of these decisions. So I'll leave more information for you in the description box below, and I do hope you join me. Until next time, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for being here, and have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.